I love the new intro. Welcome, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Of course, it's Tanja Powell, and we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble today. And I'm just grateful you're here and really wanted to check in. I'm still at Whistler. There was an accident on the highway that was bad enough that they shut down. So my heart goes out to those that were involved or those that are affected by this transition for these souls. Absolutely. And it just is a beautiful reminder to be so grateful for what we do have. And I have a beautiful space. I didn't have to pay for anything. I don't have to do I think it's like a 7 hour, 6 hour drive to go around the other way. And I wasn't doing that. So I thought I would show you. So this is the day up on the hill and look at the sun poking through the clouds. I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, and so this is how much snow there was, and I'm sitting on the chair, obviously taking the photo. And it's just that reminder because this is a really big part of my life experience was snowboarding and being in the snowboard industry. So, how did it all begin? When I graduated from high school, I decided to work for the local ski shop and ski shop clothing, mountain bikes. They kind of did a bit of everything. And hello, Sherry Love. Good to see you. They kind of did a bit of everything. And in doing a little bit of everything, I got to pick the clothing. Who remembers Chip and Pepper clothing? Chip and Pepper was quite the hype at that point. And a lot of the tie-dye stuff was very big. And then for those in the know, Mistral outerwear for ski wear, those were those really blocky one-piece suits that people were wearing. Just having a little memory lane trip here, right? Especially being up in Whistler, because I lived here for 3 years. I know it quite well. It's become very, very busy, as do most good things, I suppose. When I lived up here, Blackcomb had just opened. We had baby bears come to the patio on the restaurant and entertain the guests. It was a very, very different place. And now it's become a true resort like a Vale. Although, one could say that the snow's been really hit or miss the last few years, but as you can see, I had a great day. Lots of beautiful snow, and it wasn't too firm. And so I spent a lot of years doing retail, dealing with people, dealing with spending $1 million a year shopping. That was the store went from 700,000 to 7 million. And that was back in Vancouver. And this is many years ago now because I've had Powell Painting for 20 years. But it's funny because it's always been about customer service, processes, systems, colors, energy, really, without me even fully understanding what that was for self. So yeah. All right. Well, today I want to talk a little bit about some of what's been going on energetically in the full moon. So whether or not everything is energy, it's been proven many a time over. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transformed. Think about water, right? As it goes into steam. That's one example. Think about how you drink water and what your body does. It alchemizes it for nutrition for the cells, which is also very beautiful. And things that affect us. Well, whether it's round or flat, it doesn't matter. I believe that Earth has a torus field, and I believe there's many versions of Earth depending on your inner world as to what will be reflected to you in your outer world. So work on yourself inside and you're going to see what you see outside. It is a reflection because it's a reflection of the energies. And if I could bring this back even a little more to basics, we think about maybe let's take a puppy, because puppies are always just pure love. They know nothing else. Yeah, they get chewy as they're teething, but really they're just pure love. and they make people laugh and joyful, unless they're eating something they shouldn't be eating. But I always say there's a reason for that. There was an energy going on that they were trying to soothe. Regardless, though, really, most dogs love their owners unconditionally. But for some reason, us humans put a lot of conditions on love, don't we? Put a lot of expectations on each other. We wouldn't do that to a dog to a level and degree. Some people are really good at training dogs, but for the most part, a dog behaves well if a dog is treated well and has healthy boundaries. Do you have healthy boundaries with those people in your life? I was having a discussion earlier about boundaries, and you know, it doesn't mean that you need to be rude. You can still do them kindly. Oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me. That goes against my ethics, right? So it's not it's you don't agree with what they're doing, but you're not blaming and shaming them for it. We've really gone into this blame shame game for far too long. And it's really rearing its head right now. And you know why they call them lunar? Think about it. Lunacy, lunatic. People get really crazy around full moons. That's a full red moon. It's a very red moon. It's an eclipse moon, a full eclipse moon. So what does that really mean? It means that we will not get the normal light that we get from the moon. Absolutely. It should be quite beautiful because it's red. So as the eclipse occurs, it'll be quite profound. And I believe Miss Shay is going to go and enjoy that. But as that moon is eclipsed, it's an opportunity. So there's going to be things within you that are so in your unconscious, they're going to start to come to the light. Because in order to expand our consciousness further, one has to get rid of that which we're not even aware of. And so this is one of those opportunities. This is kind of what's been going on this month. It's almost like a shakeup so that anything that needs to be let go of will rise to the top. And that's what you're kind of witnessing in the group. Hello, Cindy love. That's what you're witnessing out there right now. People are just losing their shit. They don't know how else to behave. They have not been trained. Not that they should be trained, but it's mastering yourself. And so just observe over the next few days. If it means turning off the TV, if it means staying at home a little bit more or getting out in nature, that's why I'm here in Whistler still because of the accident. But I was like, oh, blessings. It snowed all day. It was really, really pretty. And it had that, when it's quiet and it's snowing, it just has that peaceful, calm feeling. There's not much that can disrupt that. And so I find that to be quite profound. So I really enjoy that. And so it's just that little bit of extra pieces. I only live an hour and 20 minutes away. And it's raining down there, but it's snowing here. I'm like, I take the snow. And I get to have this beautiful space to hang out in. And it's a friend's place. There's a hot tub outside. Like, there's no reason really to go home. Oh yeah, I gotta work. So finding those places of peace within, and even if it's only 5 minutes in a bathroom stall where you take some deep breaths, remembering that when you breathe, even if you need to breathe out of your mouth to let it go, like, and release it, and then take some long, deep breaths in through the nose, and then out through the nose, but longer. Do that a few times. It will calm your nervous system. I promise. Same with any sort of tapping. Whatever you need to do for you that grounds you. Sometimes this pinch here is good. Sometimes just closing your eyes for a few minutes. Hey, Norma Jean. Isn't it? Look at that sunshine. This is from the other day on the hill. Yeah, I know. I quite like it. Yeah, I figured it was fun. It's just this new stuff in StreamYard that we've been playing with. I'm like, look what I can do. I'm so easily entertained with this stuff, which is what I love to be. Like I will find something to laugh at, especially if it's going to be laughing at myself, especially during these times because so many are struggling. Um this is it is a beautiful place to be. It is such a beautiful place to be. And it is such a grounded place to be. One of Robin's uncles is here, actually his mom's brother, I guess. So it's been quite interesting because I've never met him before and we hang out for the day skiing. So that was nice. Yeah. And my friend Robin's been working during the day. So then I've been getting my work done. And then we went out for a nice dinner last night, or we watched a movie and had dinner in. And so it's just been really nice to just be. Yeah, I can't complain. And adjust to the time zone because we do have that. There are no curtains in this room, so when it's morning and you're getting up. So, it's been nice though because I went from going to bed at 9 and getting up at 6 to going to bed at 10 and not getting up until 7. So I adjusted pretty quickly to that one. Yeah, absolutely. All right, back over to the energies and how we can best help ourselves. So, as we go through this process and these changes, which can be very chaotic, I'm not going to say it's easy. I am not perfect by any means. I'm just very grateful that I have enough tools in the toolbox that I can really, really just observe things. But I can tell you there's some activations going on right now. My third eye is really bouncing, and there's this DNA, dormant DNA. So think about DNA when here's one for you. When it is said we were born as sinners, think sine wave. Now think DNA, because our DNA was, I don't want to say capped off, but in a way, capped is a good word. I want to say corrugated, but so sine waves move like this, right? So does your DNA. It moves in a squiggly line. So do neural pathways in the brain. So in order to shake this stuff up and activate our DNA so that we telomeres, thank you, Norma Jean, so we can remember what we truly, truly, truly are, how capable we are, that we can activate and become the very best version of ourselves. You got to let some of the external stuff go. You got to choose what's most important. And if I want to protect my peace above all else, just like I wouldn't, like I don't watch a ton of TV. I don't listen to the news. I don't consume the information going on because for me, it's all noise right now. It's like 50 channels all on at the same time. It doesn't matter where I go. That's what I get from it. And because there's no easily discernible truth at this point that resonates fully with me. So then I got to go inside to get my answers. And how can I do that? Active meditation, walks in nature, meditation, just being quiet, big breaks from any devices, just so that you can start to sense, like when we go to Vedette, all of us are like, ah, there's no electricity in the house. It's all candlelight. There's hot water, but that's all done with propane. There's wood stove. So it just there's not that energy of a city there at all, or even a house that's plugged in. So yes, it breaks the patterns. You don't know what that feels like until you experience it. And I highly recommend it if anyone can do it, to just even for the day, go get into the woods a bit more and really just observe. Go visit some older trees or some special energy spots. Sedona. Yeah. Wide open, silent, natural space. Can you find that? Does that exist for you? Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Miss Patty. How are you? How was your day? Hello, Logan. Good to see you over on Rumble. Yeah. Protect your peace. Make that a priority. It would be highly beneficial. Yeah. Mm. Highly beneficial to just take away some of that noise. Like even your phone, can you turn it off and put it in a backpack so it's actually not even on? The phone shouldn't be too close to you. And, for someone that can feel cameras on her in a store, I can tell. I can tell when there's tech around. I could tell when we came back from Mexico for 6 weeks and I got into, a Tesla. And all the way home, I was like, "The hell is going on?" And I went, "Oh my gosh, it's the car," because it was just like I could feel it. So we don't know what the more you do this, the more you're aware of it, the more you tune into it, the easier it is to manage your own energies. And that's why you'll see many of us, light workers, healers, way showers, we're very conscientious about where we're willing to go. Now, it's not to say that I can't go out and have a great experience and get in a store, right? We just got back from the grocery store, grabbing a few groceries. I had somebody like honking at me and waving, and I was like, I didn't do anything wrong in the parking lot. What's wrong with this crazy person? And it was somebody I knew that I hadn't seen for a couple of years. And I was just like, I thought you were crazy. So you never know who you might run into. But one has to be observant enough to pick up on that, to pay attention. And I love the conversations I have on the chairlift. I get to have all kinds of conversations on the chairlift. I find it quite fascinating. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. Is just those little bits of conversation and everyone's out enjoying. They're in joy. Nobody's complaining. Well, maybe a little bit on the lift line, but nobody was complaining. Yeah. So, that's go find joy. When I say I'm going to lock in some joy, well, this is one of those things. So, we have a little meditation for members tonight, and we're going to drop into this red moon a little bit and just find some peace within it. Sometimes when that which is, strong and you're aware of, it's good to go through it and work to master working with it. So instead of you feeling like I'm out of control, this is out of control, because it is quite chaotic out there. But that you actually, the moon is your emotions, right? The sun is your day. It's your more masculine side. And the moon is the feminine and more of the emotional side. And emotions are energy in motion, and they come and they go like the waves in the ocean. And when we can remember that as we're going through it, go to the breath. Interesting, I'm feeling like this right now. Wonder what's going on. Oh, yeah, it's a full moon. Like I can feel it when it's coming and ramping up towards it. It's gotten better with each run at it, per se. I never used to feel the moon at all. So that tells me that I'm becoming more in tune with the energies. And trust me when I say we are meant to be in tune with nature. We are meant to be able to telepathically communicate and communicate with our biosphere, so to speak. It's all out there for us to tap into. We've just forgotten how. And so no energies make me afraid at all, because it's just energy. I don't try not to label it good or bad. It's just energy. And all energy can be utilized for good. You can capitalize on any energy. Yeah. Freedom Liberty Lover over on Rumble saying this week has been full of extremes, ups and downs. And she's a teacher, so I can just imagine with the students. Yeah. And Logan's commenting, I grew up in a cabin, Colorado, never got indoor plumbing or electricity. I miss the simplicity of that so much. We're going back to that. So I invite you to try and find those little bits in your life, whether it's 15 minutes before work or half an hour sun gazing in the morning. Create some rituals where you honor your own space and time. Tea ceremonies with self, think matcha tea. I'm working on some blue lotus tea right now, which I'm quite excited about, which has a plethora of health benefits. And so I'm curating that right now, alchemizing. And we have this opportunity. Maybe it's having a bath. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's candle gazing. Maybe it's baking. Maybe it's washing dishes or cleaning something. Maybe it's putting on some music and dancing. You have so many tools in your toolbox, but none of them work if you don't use them. Maybe it's a nap. Just flat out nap it out. When in doubt, nap it out. Absolutely. You know me. It doesn't matter what day it was. I actually am able to lie down for 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes I nap, and sometimes I just meditate. Absolutely. Glad to hear you're doing good, Patty. Let us be the wall eradicators to the pattern, mindless operations in your journey. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we provide the guidance for you to jump off that pattern collective track. People don't realize the patterns. And then also to remember, have gratitude for how far you've come. And you can always, where are we at? We're gonna end this with a little meditation today when it's time. Because I really would like everyone to realize the power is within you. You are the power. You are the power source. If it wasn't for you, half of what's outside of you wouldn't be there. And so when we realize that we've really truly given our power away and constantly do, as we slowly take that back, we become more empowered. Oh, and I can take this conscious action this way. I don't chase, I attract versus chase. That one's really powerful for me because I bootstrapped a business. It was exhausting. And so in order to recover from that, one has to take time, like total adrenal fatigue. That's no joke. And so nature is one of those big ones for me. But Norma's right. So we're working we're working on some new smaller tool packets, so to speak. I have the power. Become the He-Man She-Ra in your journey. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that. Yeah, and things like gardening or putting copper in your garden. Like what lights you up? Because when you do that, you're really shifting your interior, you are. Because if you're excited about something, every little cell is in it with ya. You are your cells. Treat them wisely, treat them well. Absolutely. And so, you're fueling this avatar. You're fueling it. So, whatever you consume with these eyes, these ears, and this mouth. Yeah. And the blue lotus is really good. I'm being asked to share a bit more. The blue lotus is very good for women's hormones and getting your hormones in balance, um, as well as intuition kicking in. So really good for sleeping at night, sleeping through the night. I gave some to a friend, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I slept through the night." And I had pretty I remembered my dreams, and I was like, "Awesome! That's exactly what I was supposed to do." So quite profound. And these are some of those things they used in Egypt. And as you know, Egypt, I am so connected with Egypt. I'm really looking forward to going back with even more awareness and truth that I have now about things and exploring what else may show up for us. I have some pretty good ideas about finding some new spots to go to that are not accessible to the general public at this point. So that's my mission and desire. And just getting near the Nile and hanging out with the Nile. We remote viewed there, remote viewed at the Sphinx. Everyone can remote view, by the way. Just a matter of practice. It's like anything else. It's one of these tools. It's like the telepathy. Everyone's been hearing about the telepathy tapes. We all have that. Not a single one of you cannot connect in the way that everyone else can. And it's quite profound and beautiful when you start to connect, whether it's with what you consider be angels or guides or higher self or with other humans. We're always connecting. There's always communication. We've just forgotten how to read it. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Miss Kreba. Ah, yay. You do you. Sometimes it ebbs and flows and tides. There's always recordings. And really, we're just having a beautiful conversation about moons and energies. And let me know in the comments, what are you guys using as a tool right now when it starts to feel like it's too much going on externally? Piano comes in. There's on the 23rd of March, I'm part of a group doing a healing with this fellow who's beautiful on the sound journey. So watch for that posting to come out. I need to ask Michelle for that. There's 30 of us going live on YouTube with soul treats. Sky gazing. Yes, sky gazing is a strong one. And recognizing where the stars move, where they go. And actually, if you set a little attention intention, the stars will sparkle at you. Do you find that? I bet you do. Yeah, absolutely. Other points. So if you start to study too the meridians on your hands, everybody has all kinds of meridian points on your hands, on your face, lymphatic drainage, right? We got some good ones coming in. So Kreba's sky gazing, Sherry's frequency music, self-compassion and breath work, reminding myself how far I've come. Yeah, we're really hard on ourselves, aren't we? Really hard on ourselves. So we could ease up. Yeah. Ease up. Putting on some music and dancing. My go-to is always get my tushy outside. Even if I don't feel like it, I always feel better. Or might be doing some simple yoga, stretching, hot yoga, steam sauna, anything, bath, anything that's self-care right now. I've been doubling down on the self-care. Yeah. I sing my little cell song. That's right. Everyone's got a little cell song by now. And or I sing, I am healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. Yeah. Make up your own songs. I make up my own songs all the time in nature. And Jade will hear me in the bathroom here because it's got really good echo. Not echo, but a really good sound. Like I can take my voice tone higher. She just laughs. Stairwells are good for that too and highly entertaining. Yeah. So, just massaging your hands and just being really kind and loving, you know? And you've got a lot of people have really tight jaws right now because they're clenching, because that's an old program. And we're all remembering at this point too when we failed last time and there was a reset. So for those that know, think Atlantis and Lemuria. So you can just massage in here. Yeah, right there. Ah. There's all like putting really light oil or cream on your skin, getting your fascia moving because your fascia holds a lot of memory. So I went for a shiatsu treatment last Friday. That was very helpful. That was more helpful than I thought it was gonna be. So I was very excited about that. So I love it when something really clicks, right? And you know it works. So whenever you've got those tools, utilize them. Utilize them. And even if it means, I do my meridian points. And so that would be you have these points right here, and it's like a little pump. So you can just do circles and start your lymphatic drainage. So your lymph system removes all the waste. It removes waste from the body. I usually do about 10 times, just gently though, be gentle. And then it's here, and just rub it about 10 times. And then I tend to just do tapping all over my head, and actually, I will even pull on my hair, thinking, right? Because that increases the circulation for your brain. And that's not a bad thing, right? And then just tapping all around. Gently. And then you have little spots here you could be rubbing. And then in the I can't remember what that's called. Next to the nose. Cheeks, your apples. And you can even take this and rub it down, bring it up your cheekbones, and then gently down the neck. Again, this is about just gently. But what you're doing is you're opening this up, and then even here. If you were bouncing on your feet, even better. Like seriously, really good for you. And then here, and again, I would just roll it gently in circles. We don't get taught this as kids. We don't get taught to be loving to ourselves. As you're a kid, you're just go, go, go. I just have animal in my head from coming out on the stage to play his drums. And then that's just rocking right back up in there on that jaw point too. And then right back here. And you can also massage here. I get it there. Be gentle though, because that's really stiff for a lot of people. You actually want your skin to be able to move. And the other side. And recently, I've been sleeping without a pillow, and my neck feels better. Something to be said for that. And then you're gonna pump here, just gently rub under the arms. And again, if you were bouncing at the same time, or even just stepping, that would be fine. And then you're gonna rub your entire belly and down and around the groin. So you come down on the belly and push down on the belly, and then around the sides down to the insides of your legs. And then behind the knees is the last point. So these are all the Muppets. Thank you, Creepa. Yeah, absolutely. Right? Yes, absolutely good idea for that. Just make sure you don't put your finger in your eye. And you've also got your ears are also points, right? Again, when we do the self-care, can rub all the way around your ear and just pinch it. Actually feels really good. There's a thing called ear seeding in acupuncture where they put little seeds inside your ears and you leave them there, and it does a natural little acupressure point there, which is quite beautiful. You also have your right at the crown on the top of your head, and I quite often will go in a little bit more with my nails and just push. That's where all the meridians meet. So in Chinese medicine, the more you know about meridians, the more you know about energy in the body. And then there's 2 just off to the side. Then we can just clear that off. And all your hands, even the mudras, do different things. So I recommend playing with them and see how you feel. They're a gift. Now my whole crown is on fire because I did a little did that. We certainly can't complain about that. There's a little exercise you can do. So one starts with the pinky, and the other one starts with your pointer finger, and then you rotate and you go back and forth. This is a really good brain exercise. I actually do it better if I just don't look. And so you can play with that, and it's meditative and it's beneficial. There's so many things we can be doing for self that cost nothing, zero, zilch. You don't need to spend money. You have a beautiful opportunity to just remind yourself that self-care is not selfish, that self-care is important. You deserve it. You're worth it. For if you don't learn to put yourself first, who will? Us mothers are notorious for taking care of everyone else and not taking care of ourselves. So until you decide that you're going to put yourself first, then watch how other people will give you more respect, more space. Now, I'm going to drop into this meditation. So I just want to warn you, if you would like to join us, you're more than welcome. And if you don't want to, obviously you don't have to. But we have Sedona coming up, April 10th, 10th to the 15th. So it starts on the 10th, ends on the 15th. That's 6 days. And that's there's 2 spots left. And we're good if nobody else comes too. It's fine. It always works out the way it should. We're going to explore and feel energies. Put more tools in the toolbox. Feel the sun. Feel the earth. There's some beautiful spots there with incredible energy. I'm very excited to explore and bring people in. Very excited. And then we have Vedette in June. Some local events to now. So if you're in Vancouver, you'll be seeing those come out. And also we have Vedette again in August. And then September is Egypt with Miss Ashala. And I am vibrating over that again because I'm being reminded of everything that I have within me as tools for that. And it's really been opening up beautifully. So just a reminder again there that everyone always gets what they need from Egypt, maybe not always what they want. So, and we're doing group sessions before and after Egypt so that it's a build up to finding out the goddess that you're connected to finding out more about yourself. That's part of the key code. And it's just this beautiful opportunity to get everyone knowing each other prior to going, which is really fun, and doing some connection exercises that way. So that when we all show up, it's like we already know each other. So it's much, much better in that way than the we meet for a week and then it's over. So I really would love to keep that connection going. So you take a few deep breaths and you can close your eyes if you choose. I never prepare or plan these meditations. Whatever's meant to come through, it just comes through. And I'm sure you can all visualize what an eclipse looks like going over the moon and what a red moon will look like. And so you can just put that in your mind's eye. And whether you believe the moon is real or not is pretty irrelevant just for this exercise, because moon energy cannot be negated. The universe will not have the moon energy, negated that way. So it is there. Okay. And if I asked you where you felt the moon within yourself, is there a particular place in your body? And you don't need to answer, just it's for self. No, I did mention the color red, so it could be that you're feeling it maybe in your lower chakra, your root chakra, your safety, your security, which is all being challenged at this time. And so you may have some emotions coming up around that. I don't know what's going on in the world. Oh my God, what will happen if? Stay present. What can you control and what can you do? And let's just visualize this beautiful red, but a very vibrant red with white too. Let's put them together so that it's this beautiful lighter red. And let's visualize that at the base of our spine in our root chakra. And then let's just breathe. And every time we breathe in, we're just going to expand that to take up more of our body. Remembering everything is energy. Keep letting it expand throughout the body. Out the arms, out the legs, out the feet. Just keep breathing it out. And maybe now you're sitting inside a big orb. Maybe it feels a little buzzy for you. Can you fill up the room that you're in? Let's make it a heart shape that's now going to float out even further and take up your entire home. Beautiful. Your entire block. Your entire city. And in doing this, you're giving safety, security, and love all that way out. Now, can you put it over your entire country? Your entire continent that you're on? The entire world. The galaxy. The universe. Your intention and attention is a very, very powerful tool. You could do this with a white light, orange light, whatever you choose. And sending out this peace and harmony. Could take a minute. Could take 10 minutes. All sentient beings, all animals, all plants, all of Earth, the mycelium. And think of all the chaos going on out there. But when we close our eyes and we set intentions, that we can feel better. And there's proof that meditation with intention, monks meditated on a city and the crime went down. And then when they stopped meditating on that city, the crime went back up. So you must realize just how powerful you are. The power of prayer, if you like prayer, or journaling. If you got something that's really bugging you, write it out. And then be really observant for a solution coming back to you from probably the most unexpected place, for that is usually what happens. Yeah. You can keep your eyes closed and keep breathing and enjoy that space. Or you can wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and come on back. For the moon is not here to hurt anyone. The energies are not. The energies just shake up. It's just those energies in motion that we weren't aware of. And then they need to be brought to the light, to be alchemized. And no matter how challenging something may seem, even though it doesn't feel like it right now, this is happening for me. Makes traveling much easier too. Especially through airports these days. Yeah. Peace is always within you. It is your birthright. Protect your peace. Do what you need to do for you. And then when your cup is full, for those around you. It's so much easier. So much easier to show up and be that beacon of light for others. You are the circuit breaker. You came into this lineage to clean it up. You're doing great. This month has not been an easy month, but we're not giving up. Keep holding that light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Shine your light. Be you, authentically you. Because there is no one else like you. I'm so grateful to have you here today and so grateful to know you all. And thank you for taking the time to tune in. Yeah. I'm going to let you guys go now. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sending much love. And reach out if you're struggling with something so I may be able to give you another perspective. You know I'm happy to do that. So, much love. Enjoy your day.